What? Never. Yusuf refused immediately. Do you even know what you are saying, Mom? You are asking me to marry someone I barely know. Also, I am just 18. This is not the age for my marriage. Come on. But, Hadi, look at this situation. That girl has become an orphan. All her relatives have left her. She is the only daughter of my late friend. At this time, I can't leave her alone, my child. Understand my situation. If you marry her, then I can take her with me to the USA. Otherwise, in what relationship can I take her with me? Although all of her relatives have left her, they have their eyes fixed on her wealth. I have convinced her greedy uncle with difficulty, my son. Please don't increase my difficulties. Besides, she is such a cute and innocent girl. I am sure in the future you will cherish my decision. Rumeysa had come to Bangladesh for just 3 months to enjoy a nice vacation with her husband and son. During these holiday days, when she visited her village, she also met her childhood friend Rahila and Rahila's 15-year-old innocent daughter. Rahila's husband passed away due to an accident several years ago. Seeing Rahila, Rumeysa felt a mix of sorrow and surprise. They were almost the same age, but poverty and loneliness seemed to have aged Rahila prematurely. However, when Rumeysa saw Rahila's daughter, Masuma, she felt an instant affection for her. Masuma was truly as innocent as her name. She was as beautiful as her mother and had a different way of speaking compared to the other girls in the village. This was because of her mother, who had come from the city and was educated. Rumeysa had always wished for a daughter. However, Allah had not destined that happiness for her. But now, seeing Masuma, Rumeysa truly feels the desire for a daughter. Meeting Rahila again brought great happiness to Rumeysa. She promised Rahila that they would meet again and showered Masuma with love before leaving, unaware that it would be the last time she saw her friend. Rahila's deceased husband's brother had been pressuring her to sell a piece of land they owned for a while. But when Rahila resisted, they resorted to threats. All these threats were aimed at Masuma. It was a turmoil that Rahila bore silently, but even the strongest among us can only endure so much. Despite enduring so much stress and threats, Rahila couldn't tolerate it anymore and left the world, entrusting her daughter to Allah's care. News of Rahila's passing reached Rumeysa much later, while she was staying at a relative's house in Dhaka. Upon her return to the village, she was met with the shocking reality of her friend's demise. The weight of the news left her in a state of disbelief and grief, her emotions in a state of turmoil. However, as reality settled in, her focus shifted to Rahila's daughter Masuma, a name that resonated with innocence. She reached the village and set her eyes on Masuma. Another shock awaited her. There, preparations were underway for Masuma's wedding, to a man of 35 who had already driven his first wife to the point of death. Rumeysa couldn't fathom tolerating such a situation. She promptly called the police to halt the wedding since Masuma was underage. She had already made up her mind to take Masuma with her to the USA. She knew that, without legal ties, she couldn't achieve this goal. Thus, she wished for a union between Hadi and Masuma, envisioning a pathway that would allow her to bring Masuma along. This decision found unwavering support from Rafiq as well. That's why she was now trying to convince her son, at least for the nikah. Mom, I am sorry. I am not a kind soul like you. I can't marry someone just out of sympathy. Most importantly, I can't marry a child. Hadi Uzzaman Yusuf declared his decision at once. He picked up his phone, walked to Rumeysa, placed a kiss on her forehead, and left. Today he had plans to visit Jaflong with his cousins. Hadi is the only son, along with Rumeysa Ali and Rafiq Uzzaman Yusuf. Also, being the smallest child in the entire family, he held the exclusive right to a mountain of affection. As a result, he had been spoiled and rotten since childhood. His parents gave him everything he wanted, and he never had to work for anything. This made him extremely selfish, curt, and arrogant. He barely acknowledged anyone beyond himself. Seeing Rumeysa lost in thought, Rafiq approached her quietly and placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "What are you contemplating now?" he asked gently. Rumeysa smiled and replied, "I'm planning to convince your son." "Will he agree?" Rafiq inquired further. "Not only will he consent, but his father will also consent," Rumeysa responded with unwavering confidence. Rafiq spoke with affection. "Love, his father has always been willing to listen to you. It's just your son who's stubborn." Rumesa smiled mischievously. If you can't get what you want with honey, you have to use vinegar.